I will show that details about how to be the, what is the way you have to give the report. It's a template what I'm sharing for your laboratory record one. Okay, so please download that document and then edit the important necessary details. Open it in so try to download this particular file and upload in your mail ID. So mail ID and create the laptop. You sit here. You மேல வச்சிரு. So I have given the Word file also. Now what you do is you open a file, okay, and create an Google file. So everybody create an Google file similar to me from your Axis, okay, and so everybody create a Google Doc file as per the template, whatever has been given to you. And in that template, you please change the fundamental details. That is, enter your registration number, name, course details, program title, date of submission, etc. And then here in every header and footer, you can enter your lab slot. Your lab slot is L3334 and then your class serial number, you can get it from the name list, what has been shared, and then name of the student in caps, fall 2021-22, theory slot E1 or E2, you can mention your registration number in the header. And similarly, you click on the footer, double click on the footer, you enter the details about what you have to give your email ID and mobile number. So this you have to do, the students as to complete. Next, I have given how to write the aim, the components required, how to draw the flow chart. The links are been given. Please use or utilize it to draw the flow chart. Then we are having the template of a program. The program template will be, it will have the memory address, label, mnemonics. Mnemonics nothing but the command. So for example, add is an instruction, means add is a mnemonic. Then operand is nothing but the values of data what you are going to give as an input and the register labels. For example, add a comma or not. Then a comma or not are the operands. Add is the mnemonics. Next comes the addressing modes used. I will explain what is addressing mode. Machine cycle required for storing that information in the memory. Memory byte required. Type of instruction, comments, and the flags getting affected. All these things I will explain. Okay, how to make it from the instruction set. So I hope everyone would have downloaded the instruction set, or I will be sharing the instruction set in the theory class. You can use that. So output register has to be taken. Manual calculation, I have given some tools for doing the conversion and then performing the hexadecimal manipulations. I have given some tools, you can use that and create and press, paste it here. Then the results and other, you have to snip using the 8051 program simulator Keel Microvision. Results has to be simulated and you have to highlight all the informations what is required. Okay, before execution and after execution has to be done. Both the cases you have to do. Inference and result. So this is the template which will be verified by the research scholars. Okay, so during the submission. So after the approval of the research scholar, you have to do the submissions. So the program for task number 1 is write and assemble an 8051 assembly level language program to add the following data and then use the simulator to examine the carry flag. So there you have to give the data with respect to your registration number. So according to your registration number, you can frame, you can group. A sample is been given here. For example, 17 BEC 0275, how we can group. Okay. So next, for the maximum numbers, you put all FFFF. So next program is write and assemble an 8051 assembly level program to load the value into each of the registers R0 to R4, push each of these registers onto the stack. Single step operations has to be done. Examine the stack and stack pointer register after the execution. Third one will be write the 8051 assembly level program. They have given the stack pointer value. You have to set it and then you have to load different values in RAM and you have to pop all the values one by one. The fourth program will be write the assembly level program to load the value in each of the register and push the values to the stack and pop it back. So combination of first two. Then the fifth program will be write the 8051 assembly level program to add 10 bytes of BCD data and store the result in R2 and R3. The bytes are stored in ROM space from 300. So all these programs will be explained in the theory class as well as it will be sent to you as a reference manual also. Don't worry. So you are going to use this as the lab record. So everyone label the lab record. So this is a template I have given. You create your own lab record with the registration number. Task 1 ECE 3003 task 1 registration number, lab record registration number. You type with the slot number. Okay. So always you give the thing here with your slot number. What is your slot number? That is lab slot. serial number in the lab, your registration number, task 1. So you mention like this. So all these fundamentals you have to make. So whatever I have given in less than greater than symbols, you have to enter your lab slot. So your lab slot is L3334. Serial number you know already from the name list, or I will be sharing it. Then we are having the registration number, task 1. Okay. So this is the document. After that, you take the sharing concept. Okay. Everyone do the sharing option. You will be having here change. Okay. Restricted. You give to restricted. Only people added can open. So you select that. Plus, you go to tinyurl.com. Give a simple alias name, like what I am sharing. Task 1, MC Lab. Task 1, your registration number. Okay. Make a tiny URL. So that dot and all I have to remove. It will not support it. So I'm removing that. Make a tiny URL. So this will be copied in the sheet what I have provided. Okay, copy that in the link. For example, for 19 BEC 024. Rajesh Kumar is there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I am just
Yes, sir.
copying it. Just for a sample, I am copying it. You can delete it. Okay, for your case. So I have copied it. You can see how it will be. So everyone do this now for the task 1. Okay. So everyone create the tiny URL for task 1 with your MCL task 1 or T1 you can give short form. Okay, T1 registration number. Create the tiny URL. I will give 5 minutes time for this and then I will explain the program one by one. Everyone do this report filling. You can edit that file later on. Just to create this tiny URL, fill this thing for attendance, today's attendance. If you have filled the document file link, I will be giving the attendance. So this is the attendance for today's class. Everyone fill it like this. If you are not able to access that spreadsheet, you can access from this. Okay. So, this is the way we are going to take the report. Each and everything. I have already shared the template for the report. So they will be submitting here one by one. Okay. Your work is just click it and view that whether their reports are effective. Okay. If you find any error, if you feel that okay, it has to be correct during the lab hour itself, all this kind of number is here. You tell him that there is, or you can state here the suggestions. If you want, you can give directly here. That fellow can refer. If he wants, he can call. You can tell him that the details are given here. If he goes and clicks or suggestions, so call me. My details are already available. You call me. I will give the suggestions within the lab hour. You can rectify. If you feel okay, I can spend half an hour any day. You can fix it. Okay, half an hour in weekend. So I can spend means you can ask them on Sundays. 1 hour. If any doubt more than that, you can explain. That's the things. So this I have given to them. So they can get it. So this is one report we are going to make. What you do is now I will be explaining the tool. You can attend from that also. It's just to mute yourself and you can see, just observe what I'm doing. If it is already recorded, you can use it. Meanwhile, what you do is you check whether all these fellows are available in the chat box. Okay. You can have a glance. Anyway, we can find out when they enter. The attendance, we're not going to give the report for attendance. If this fellow is not enrolled in that group, as a lab, is not there, then you can add it. Since you are the owner, you can also add. Okay. So because when I'm taking, I may miss that fellow. You can add it. And if you feel that that fellow name list is not there, he has added before add and drop. So now add and drop, if that fellow has dropped it, then you can remove that fellow also. Only that help you. Okay. Okay, sir. Meanwhile, I will explain them the two. And or not today, next week you do that. No problem. Okay. Okay, now you just observe what I am doing. Okay. Because that the procedure you have to know.
Spreadsheet available in
In mail,
Mail, okay,
mail you will
okay.
be, it will be there. You are in the group now, so group
Yes, sir.
mail you will be receiving.
Okay, okay.
So everything what I am communicating to the student will be received by these also. So this is that is when before submission they will be submitting here.
Okay.
So if you want, you can give them suggestions.
Okay.
That fellows will rectify it and then upload in Beta.
Okay.
So now what we are
So,
going to do,
the error you find in this
this document, you can
okay.
open it anytime. So you can open it.
Inform
you
the
can,
students and rectify it.
rectify it. You can suggest them.
Okay, okay.
If they insist first task, it will be difficult for you. So
Okay.
remaining task and all, they will do directly. Because anyway, you would have already corrected that. So only for one task, you must be very keen. So I have given all the templates, everything. This is already available to them. They will fill this. Mostly they will not make a error in this. So just to check that this program, everything task 1 to 5 I have given to them. I have already circulated to you also in my, the questions. So here they have to write step by step. I will transfer this lab manual to.
Yes, sir.
I got it. In that the programs, all these things, everything is there. So don't worry about it. The old documents what I am having before, that also I will share it. Don't worry. So you will get the idea about the programs and all. Whatever I am explaining, that fellows have to ensure that it has been ready. And these mainly stick with, they have to highlight this numbers, registration numbers here. And the data set, what they are going to use must be based on their registration number. How to make it also I have given in the question itself. So for example, is registration number 10, 17 BEC 0275 is there means right here. 8-bit data we have to give, sir, for each. So I have made up to do this 8-bit number, this 8-bit number. I have added 0 before it, and then I have grouped them, 2 digits. And this value has to be given anywhere. And its output, you would have shown whatever be the case, or data transfer, the stack pointer, anywhere. Yeah, the set must be is registration
that value will be.
That value will be. This, so what you can do here, this is header footer, everywhere the registration number will be there. So you no need to take the first page and the search and all. When you go to this line, here he has given the outputs.
Output, whether output is correct.
Output is for this input. So
Okay.
registration numbers are why I have to go to first page for each and every time. No need to go. In the year itself registration number will come. You can verify this fellow has given. So right. If it is not there, then you can say it's Paya, your registration number is different. You have done something. Please verify. The suggestions you can give. That fellow can take or not take. That is none of your business. Inform the suggestions. If he wants mark, he has to take. That is his procedure. So here you will be getting all the things in one sheet itself. No need to worry, sir. I don't know that fellow's number. There are everything. I have full details everything. And no need to check each and every mail from that fellow. And all. From this sheet, for all the tasks, from first task to 5 tasks, totally it is available. So everything. So next class, I am developing a table for a project also. We are having project component also. That also I will develop and I will be sharing to you. I will explain in the next class. So this is our case. You just verify that the students are there in the thing. Yeah.
Teams.
Thing. You will ask them whether they are created.
Okay, sir.
Yes, you have created the files. Everyone have created the file. Any difficult? Any difficulty in creating the file?
Sir, how
Hmm.
to edit this laboratory record, sir?
Laboratory record, what you want to edit?
I mean the Google Sheet, sir.
What you have to do?
Sir, I'm not able to do anything in that, sir. It says request access on. Not
Oh,
this
you
one, sir. The sheet, sir.
Same, sir. Same for me also.
see
Request
that sheet
access.
and all, don't worry, man. Only this sheet you do the work now. I asked you to create a file. You have created the file now. You are in L33, L34 group, Google groups, correct? Then you will get the access. Go and open the file from your Google groups. Then you can access it. Just you edit here, paste your document here. That's all.
No, sir, it is not working properly. They're asking for request.
Yes.
Yeah, even I'm opening from my mail also. It is showing you should get access from the
Which mail? You check. You are in
VIT
the group. Google
yeah,
group.
VIT.
In that group, you are already a member.
Yes, sir. I'm a member in that group.
Okay. What is your number?
19 BC 0765.
07
Five.
6 5.
5.
Venkatava.
Venkata Sai Vinay, sir.
Sai Vinay. Are you you got the mail in your group from the group?
Actually, I got a mail that I got a mail that this lab record is there, laboratory record is there, no sir. I got it. I opened it, means it is showing that request for access it is asking.
You download it, man. You download it. You are able to download.
Wait, let me check, sir.
You download it and edit in your Google Drive. Don't edit that file. That is a common file, man. You cannot edit right in that file. That I have to use for a template for all the batches. You have to download that. You upload that file in your login.
Okay, sir.
Sir, how to upload a file in your login for the students? You can see. See, you open docs. Okay, you are opening. Please observe once. Now, here you in your mail ID. Your mail ID will be here. Okay, so in your mail ID, you open a doc file. Whatever you have downloaded, you give a blank. Open it. Whatever you have downloaded, you select file. New, open. Okay.
Sir,
So here you
screen has
upload.
frozen, sir. We can't see actually. The screen is frozen.
You are not able to view. 1 minute. Okay, I will again tell. So in document, you just type doc.google.com. Okay, there you click this plus symbol. Okay, so in the plus symbol, you will be having a file. Okay, now file. So before this, you must have downloaded that document. Okay, file.
Okay.
Open, upload. option is there. File upload. Okay, there you drag that file, whatever I have given as a template.
Okay, sir.
Okay. After that, for example, 1 minute, I will snip it and share it for all the students. I will select the file what I have downloaded. Okay. It will open like this. Okay. Now here you go and enter your
Details.
registration number. That is the lab record I have given. No, before that you mention one. What is your registration number? Everything you enter. For your reference, I am entering 10. For task 1, 10 PHT 0359. Like your registration number, I have entered. Then you type your name. Okay. MC lab retrieve record. Okay, done now. After this, you can fill these details in your domain. Fill all these details. Fill your lab slot. Okay. So what is your lab slot? L3334 means double click here. L3334. For a lab serial number, you can get the name list. Okay. So from the name list, all the sheets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 name list is given. Serial number is given. Fill that serial number. Name. Theory slot E1 or E2. You fill it. Okay. So after doing this, you can share it. You will get the link. You can change that anyone can view it. Copy the link. Okay. Go to tiny URL. In this tiny URL, you can paste that link, whatever you are having. Enter your T1. Your slot L 3334. Registration number. Whatever way you are having. So task 1, then copy it, paste it. Okay. So this is a procedure to create the document which can be verified by the faculty as well as the research scholars. So you can see the previous batch students how they have done. Okay. So it will look like this, the tiny URL, your registration number. So tiny URL, DS, they are filled. So if I want to view it, I can view it from this. Okay, whatever I have created. Understood?
Understood, sir.
Everyone do this task. Please kindly cooperate. Then we will start the programming. So don't, yeah, okay, right. Good. One by one, you can do. Naka Nikhil Kumar Reddy. Naka Nikhil Kumar Reddy.
Sorry, sir, I have updated the wrong link. I will paste it.
Yes, yes. Do it. Correct. Good. So I have given the template, I have given the procedure for creating, okay? Everyone please kindly finish it, then we will see, go to the programming. Those who have completed can note down the different types of instructions: data transfer, arithmetic, logical, Boolean, and program branching. Okay, please kindly note down. We can start the demonstration. See, the editing and all you can do later. Just add the link. Then we will start explaining the concepts, and then you can go on edit it in the evening. Everyone just create the link and share it. Varun Teja, Siddharth, Sai Vinay, Rajiv, Sharma Gaurav, Aditya Anand, Rohit, Teja, Sarath, Gaurav, Vipul Kumar, Piyush Kumar, Venkata Satvik. All these fellows finish it fast. Nikhil Kumar Naga, Lakshmi Venkata, Ajay Kumar. Any doubt you can ask now, then we can start explaining the concepts of programming. Okay. Okay, others, so within this class, you finish it, we can start the explanation. Different types of instructions in our 8051 are data transfer instruction, arithmetic instruction, logical instruction, Boolean instruction, and program branching instructions. If you download the instruction set of 8051, you will get the template like this. The data transfer instructions are move, push, pop, exchange instructions. So all these instructions which transfers the data in and out of 8051 are called as data transfer instructions. The instructions which perform addition, subtraction, incrementation, decrementation, multiplication, division, decimal, adjust, accumulator. All these things comes under arithmetic instructions. So which performs arithmetic operations. Logical operations like AND operation, OR operation, XOR operation, clear, complement, rotate, left or right, through carry or without carry, swapping. All these things comes under logical operations. Next comes the Boolean, that is bitwise manipulations. The instructions which perform bitwise Boolean algebra you would have studied. Okay, bitwise manipulations are been grouped under Boolean or bit processing instruction. Clear, set bit, move, JC, jump on carry, jump on no carry, jump on borrow, jump on no borrow, jump on borrow and then complement, or jump on bit and then complement, and logically or logically, complement logically, bitwise. All these things are been brought under bit manipulation instruction or Boolean instruction. Next comes the program branching instructions. Unconditional jumps like a L jump stands for long jump, A jump, S jump, short jump. Okay, and then conditional branching. These are similar to if statements of C language. Jump on 0, jump on no 0, CNJNE, DJNZ, decrement, jump on 0, NOP, no operation, L call, A call for function calling, returning to the main program, RET, RETI, jump instructions. So all these things are grouped under program branching instructions. So I hope this particular information you have to fill in this particular table. Okay, you got the type of instruction table format. To fill that, these are the important requirements. Okay. Next step. Okay, sir, we understood this. Next, there is a concept of addressing modes. Okay. For example, how to remember this addressing modes? I want to call a particular student, let us assume in the class. How I can address you? Aditya Anand. If I want to call Aditya Anand, let us check. Either I can call him by his name, Aditya Anand, please respond to me. Second method, if I know his registration number, 19 BEC 0622. Aditya, it is correct?
Yes, sir.
I can call him through his registration number, 19 BEC 0622. Okay, or if I know his mail ID, I can post the information to him and ask him to respond for it. If I have his mobile number, I can call him through the mobile number. So these are different ways of addressing a particular student in the class. Similarly, if you are in your house, let us assume, your parents are there, you are there. Luckily, colleges is opened. You came to hostel. Now your parents has to address you. They have to post a letter. So they have to know the total information about which block you are belonging in the hostel. What is the hostel address of VIT? All these things means they can write a letter. No, the second method is they can email you. Third method, they can call you through phone. So these are the different methods. So if they want to communicate very emergency information, they can call you through phone. Slightly lesser emergency, then they can mail you or WhatsApp you. Slightly lesser than that, so just an invitation you have to be sent. So instead of mailing you or anything, they can post you. Okay, so like that, different ways of communication are there in real life. Similarly, to communicate with our 8051, we are having different addressing modes. So the addressing mode is to locate a target data. So what are the addressing modes we are having is immediate addressing, register addressing, direct addressing, register indirect addressing, indexed addressing. So these addressing modes are with respect to 8051. It may differ from a microcontroller to microcontroller, microprocessor to microprocessor with the different configurations, different vendors, or in same vendors, we may have different addressing modes for different cases. So for 8051, we are having immediate addressing, register addressing, direct addressing, register indirect addressing, indexed addressing. The first method, immediate addressing. This we have used in the previous laboratory also, the asterisk symbol. The asterisk symbol stands for giving the information to 8051 that we are going to give a immediate data. So you note down when an asterisk symbol is there, then you can easily write it as an immediate addressing mode. So in this addressing mode, you can see that move a comma as 03h is nothing but hexadecimal value we are going to load in the accumulator. So this is a data transfer instruction. Please note down move a comma as 03h is a data transfer instruction. Asterisk stands for immediate addressing mode. Okay. Everyone understood immediate addressing mode? Any queries? So whenever you see an asterisk symbol, you can write as immediate addressing mode in the table. Okay. Next, register addressing mode. Register addressing mode, the labels what we have used, A register, R1 register, R2 register, R3, whatever general purpose register available in 8051, R0 to R7. Okay. And then A register, B register we'll be using for our programming. Then it is a register addressing mode. Okay. So register addressing mode will be having the registers. This is the explanation I will share for noting down in a notebook. For your examination point of view, this is very important, which can be noted down for your theory as well as practicals. Next comes the direct addressing mode. You will not have the symbol asterisk, then it locates the memory. Okay, so RAM memory location will be taken into account. In that location, you must have provided the data before the execution of the program. If you have not provided any data in that particular location, it will be taking as a garbage value. So what we are going to do is move A comma 47H. Here 47H is the location, memory location, RAM location, where the information must be preloaded. If it is there, it will be moved. Unfortunately, you forgot to preload it, means whatever garbage value is there, it will be loaded to your program. Next comes the register indirect addressing mode. So this is like your pointer concept in C language. We can use this methodology to point related memory data. So related memory data means, for example, registration number of your laboratory. So how you are related? All the students in our class are related with the slot. So I am relating it as L, the slot name. Based on the slot name, I am providing the resource L3334. That is the relation I am making. So now in this method, relative addressing mode, what I can do, I can use only R0 and R1, and I can increment and decrement it. So for example, I want to get the data from a particular location 40H to 50H. 10 data I have to take, means 40 to 50. I will be locating 40H. I will be putting R1 as 40H. One by one, it will be incremented to get the data one by one. Okay, so first data I will be loading. Then I will increment R1. That pointer will point out to the next data. I will load the next data. Increment R1. I will point out to the next location. Like that I can take. Okay, so in our laboratory, we are using the serial number as the pointers. That's why you have been asked to note down the serial number to understand this concept. Okay, so next type of addressing mode we are having is here. You can note down to find out the indirect addressing mode, at symbol will be there. So if there is at symbol, you can write indirect addressing mode. Okay, note down at the symbol. Addressing. In address. This is about 8051 architecture. Next comes the indexed.
Excuse me, sir, your voice is breaking.
In this addressing modes, we are. So in this index addressing mode, we are going to have
We can't hear you.
Data pointer.
Excuse me, sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Able to listen? Hello. Now it is audible. Is it audible? Okay.
No, sir. Hello?
Now it is audible. Hello. Now it is
Yes, sir.
audible or not?
It is.
Okay. Right. So we are having a indexed addressing mode. This is the next type of addressing mode where we will be using MOVC. So please note down, only this instruction supports this particular indexed addressing mode, move and jump instruction. These are the two address instructions which support indexed addressing mode. Okay. So in this mode, if you have the operations, we will be having a DPTR and program counter. Only these two will be accessible, and address symbol are with A plus DPTR. So this I will explain later what it means. Just you note down during the program, then only you will understand. When you are programming with respect to DPTR, you will understand this concept. You just note down that index addressing mode is there with DPTR and PC. Okay. Now the program, the types of instructions 8051, we will be having no operand instruction, data value instruction, input output port instruction, memory location, CPU registers. Okay. As we have seen, data transfer instruction, arithmetic instruction, logical instruction, Boolean or bit manipulation instruction, branching instructions. Okay. For each and every instruction, we are having the description. These descriptions can be used for writing the command. So you can give the command in this form. Okay, so this is the template which it is easier for you to so the template I have shared, this template, you can see that mnemonic, what is to be written in mnemonic, what is the instructions. So as for your tabulation, if you refer the tabulation, mnemonics and operands. So in operands, you can write these values. Instruction or operands, okay, mnemonics. And then description is nothing but commands, how to write the commands, you want a simple format of commands. Addressing modes, and number of bytes, the memory required has been asked to know. For that, you can refer from this, and you can fill the memory byte required. So that table is given here. And then number of cycles, machine cycles used for execution of the program. You can fill that in the machine cycle required. Okay. The only thing you have not received is the flags affected or not. So arithmetic operations, for every case it has been given. For the next set is the previous set was arithmetic operations. Sorry, data transfer operations. Next table is for your arithmetic operations, addition with carry. So what is exactly meaning of that has been given here. Okay, subtraction with borrow. There is no sub instruction, only subtraction with borrow. Mul instruction, divide instruction for doing multiplication division. You can see that lower bytes will be there in accumulator, higher bytes will be there in B register. A into B, only that can be done. No other form of multiplication can be done. Division, A by B only can be done. A will be the quotient resultant value, B will be the remainder. Incrementation are the methods of addressing modes, how they have done, everything they have given. Similarly, logical operations. So next data sheet is logical operation. So all these images, what I am sharing, must be taken as a printout, and it must be used for your laboratory. for filling your program. It will be easier for you if you are having, or you can refer your book, no problem. All these informations are available in the book also. So anyway, any one of the method you can do. You share this link also if you are not able, latecomers can also open in your window simultaneously to view what exactly it means. So this is about the instruction set. Now, already you have installed the Keel Microvision tool. Okay, Keel Microvision. Five. Okay. Let us. Everyone are able to view this. Or 1 minute, I will. Everyone are able to view the Keel window. Or I will share it again. Okay. So the program what I have taken here is write and assemble a program to add the following data and then use the simulator to examine the carry flag. 92H, 23H, 66H, 87H, F5H is the data I have given. So with the semicolon, if I am giving any information in this window, it will be used as a comment. Sir, how you open this window? Here, just you click the new control N and you will be getting this. Rename it with your registration number, task 1, which program, PA1 or 1B or 1C or 12. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F. You take 5 programs, what is given in your task, based on that you open. Label, mnemonics, operands, commands, addressing mode, use machine cycle, you can type, copy it, okay, from the table what I have given. And then you can assemble the labels I have assembled here. Mnemonics I have given here. Operands I have given here. Commands I have given here. Then addressing modes, all other things you can fill by yourself from the table what I have given. So now we can see this program. ORG0H is the origin of the program. Move A comma as 92H. This open sir. As 92H is the first data I have loaded in A. Move B comma as 23H. So you can note down it is the first data. Move as for this program, it is the second data. Add A comma B. Option, I'm giving arithmetic instruction. Plus B. Okay. And then J and C is nothing but we are checking whether there is a carry generator or not. So when the carry will generate, when there is a overflow in your data addition operation. Okay. So let us take the calculator. Okay. So 92 plus 23H. You may have the calculator. In that calculator, you just give a instead of standard. You can go to your programmer mode. Okay. Directly you can load the hexadecimal values. Okay. The hexadecimal values here is 92 and 23. 92 and 23. You will be getting B5 as the hexadecimal result. Okay, exact result will be B5. Therefore, no carry generation. It will exclude this line and it will not increment or not, and it will go to the line number L1. You understand? Jump on no carry. So since this operation A92 plus 23H doesn't carry generate any carry, therefore this particular instruction will be a failure and it will, is a success. Jump on no carry to L1. So it will go to this L1, excluding the incrementation operation. Now what happens? This B5 is been A equal to B5. Moved to B register. Operation, what happens here is, now we are having B as B5, A become 66. Again, performing the second addition. Second addition, what happens? Equal to, we are having 66 in A plus B5. Calculator and tell me the answer. One. That it is more than 8-bit. Extra 1 bit is there. Therefore, jump on no carry condition fails. Then condition fails. What happens here? It will come to this incrementation. And now initial value of R0, please note down, any register will be 0. Therefore, R0 becomes 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1. Okay. What will be in accumulator? Accumulator will have 1B H. And carry flag will be having the other one. As for that. Now here move A comma B. Now B becomes 1BH. Again A becomes immediate addressing mode. A become 87H. Now this is the register addressing mode. A add A comma B. So A equal to 87 plus H. What will be the answer? 87 plus 1B. A2 you will be getting. Correct, sir? A2H. Okay. So now what happens? This condition fails. Don't write the comment as fails when you are writing. I am giving for explanation. I am giving like this. You give the clear information. I will tell what to write there. So for your understanding, I am giving. So increment or not. Again, I am going to increment or not. Means this condition fails means it will not increment or not. This is missed. It comes to this particular location. Again, what happens now? A value becomes B value becomes A. What is that? A2H. So next A becomes last value is loaded in A, F5H. And then now you are performing the summation. A is equal to 5H plus A2H. A2 plus F5 197. Okay, ma. H. Therefore, A is equal to, after execution, A is 97 H and carry flag equal to 1. Here you can write carry flag. Okay, now what happens after this operation? See that jump on no carry L4. Okay, it is a failure because there is a carry flag affected 1. Therefore, R not already 1. So is equal to 1 plus 1. Okay, already we have given R naught as 1. 1 plus 297 is the answer now. Okay, this 297. Okay, so in that it will be in R naught higher variables and A the lower variable. Okay, accumulator will have the lower 8 bits, higher 8 bits will be in R naught. Okay, so this is the explanation about the program. This is for the data sheet what I have made. You are going to make for your thing. Okay, right now. Now I am saving this file. So next, I want to add this file. You have to check that this particular file is available here. If it is not there, right click, add existing files. Add existing files. You have to add that file and then you have to make it. Add existing file and then you have to make it. So now the step is to verify the results. I have modified something, so I'm assembling it. I must get 0 errors. Next, I am building this target. I must get 0 errors. Now I am going for debugging section. Start debugging. Evaluation mode, it will ask for confirmation. You give OK. Disassembly window will be opening. In this, I can see the registers R0 to R7 are initialized to 0. AB registers are initialized to 0. SP stack pointer initialized to 0. Stack maximum value is 7. Program counter is initialized to 0. And this particular point I am having that indicates the starting line of my program. So this is very important. Next DPTR is 0. 16-bit register. So you can find out 16-bit registers. What are the 16-bit registers in 8051? DPTR program counter. Okay. What are the 8-bit registers? PSW, R0 to R7, A register, B register, SP, SP max. All these things are 8-bit registers. Program status word, initially everything is 0. Okay. So this particular thing gives the overall 1 minute. I will snip it and give what is very important for your everyone are following. Any doubt till now?
No, sir.
Okay. Can I continue?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I'm
Yes,
continuing.
sir.
Yes. Okay. So now what we have done, the program is here. You can see that memory window. There is a thing C:0x00. This 74, 92, 70. All these things are nothing but the hexadecimal equivalent of the operation what we are doing. Move operation, move A, it stands for 74. 92 is the data. So you can see the yellow color here, 7492. That is available in 7492. Like that, if you take 75 F023, 75 F023. So like that, this is the way it will be available in the memory. Your information. Okay. So C:000H, it is available. In hexadecimal, we are giving 0x0000. Now I am going to give line by line execution. Whatever I have explained you can observe here. First 92 is been loaded. Second, next step 23 is loaded. Second data. Next arithmetic operation is been performed. B5 you are getting. No carry is affected. Okay, so next operation, it goes to L1. Increment or not is been excluded. Next operation, you can see. So this green color shows what are the instruction executed, how it jumped. Okay, next data has been loaded. Sorry, accumulator content has been copied into B register. Next data has been loaded into accumulator 66. Now it is performing the addition operation 1B. In this condition, carry flag is affected. Therefore, it excludes this operation. This increment or not operation executed. And you can see that or not value has been modified. Okay, so next operation. So always you perform line by line, then you will understand what I explained, how it is performed in this system. Okay, so like this, it will be going on. Finally, you can see that the carry flag will be affected for each and every conditions, but it will not have the count of how many times it has been executed. That's why it has been incremented. Okay, so we are going for R2 to hold the carry. So carry is modified every time. It is a volatile nature. For every arithmetic operation, the carry flag is affected and it has been again affected by the current operation, arithmetic operation. Therefore, we cannot have the overflow in the carry flag for the next operation. That's why we are checking the carry flag and having a register to note down how many times the carry is been incremented and that value is been loaded in R0. Now at the final stage, you can see that R0 and the accumulator. So 297. So lower bytes are there in the accumulator, higher bytes are there in the R0. So you understand how the output will be there. So here it will be always maintained to view this particular output. Okay. And other than this, C is the C drive or code window. Next, if you type D colon enter, you will get the data window. In that you can see 02 in R0 available. Okay, so if you know the accumulator's address, you can see that accumulator value may be there in 97. I will tell what is the accumulator address and see accumulator address here. Okay, you will be getting that 97. For each and every register, there is the address in the memory. So I hope everyone understood how to take the program. When you are uploading snipping, you have to upload with the date and time. So snipping, no photography will be accepted. Only snipping result will be taken into account. So when you are snipping, snip with the appropriate date and time. Like how I am snipping after execution. This is before execution, you snip it. So it will be very easy to make. Okay, you understood how to do the program. So now what you do is you try for your registration number set. Okay, that is your task number 1, I think so. Okay. So before that, you can see this filling of details. What is there? You can use this way of description notations. Okay, in your program by 10 instruction. Other than this, you are having 8051 instruction set. You search in Google. You will get a PDF file also.
Sir, you're not sharing the screen, sir. The
1
Google.
minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. So this is another link where you will get the instruction set in a PDF format. I will share the link in the chat window. So today I asked for knowing the so in this instruction sets, you can see the set of instruction if you click one by one. You can see what are the flags affected. Okay, immediate addressing mode, carry flag, auxiliary carry flag, overflow flag, parity flag will be affected. The bytes of instruction, 2-byte instruction, it is cycles, one machine cycle instruction. And then the description is been given here. You can use this also to understand the operation they have given here. In this way, you can write. Okay. And they have given for different addressing modes, how to use add a comma at R1. What is this addressing mode? If it is at symbol, what is the addressing mode? In the chat box itself, I have given the answer. Refer and tell me.
Indirect.
Indirect addressing mode. Very good. Please remember this, and you can see the examples. See for each and every case, how it will be, and this will be the binary equivalent, that is opcode in binary pattern. Okay, so they have given. So here the advantages, if you click, I want to see only one particular instruction, you can click one particular instruction, you can learn that particular instruction. This particular file. We'll share this link. You can use this for a learning purpose. You can get the instruction set in your Maurice Monod textbook, sorry, in your Masdi textbook also. Next, these are the addressing modes and instruction types, what we have seen. Okay, all these instructions, everything they have given explanation about this. We will be seeing in the theory class in depth, don't worry. And they have given the full data information about each and every instructions with the sample example, how it will be, what is the resultant value, everything they have given in this particular. For example, what we know, we can start with the add instruction. Let us take. We have used this add instruction till now. They are given if there is a carry out from 7th bit, cy is equal to 1. Auxiliary carry will be affected only if there is a carry out from 4th bit, that is from bit 3. Okay, overflow will be affected if the signed result cannot be expressed within the number of bits in the destination operand. Okay, so this is the example of how the flags are being affected for addition, subtraction. Okay, so they are given in this particular link, and they have given the mnemonic and the description about each and every instruction. All these things we will be studying in the theory. Now, I want you to do the first program, okay, in this sheet and fill all these details according to you. Next, if you click this, you will get the way how to create the flowcharts. Okay, assembly, if you give the code, it will give the flowchart for you. Okay. You can download. This will be supporting the videos and screenshots they are given, how the flowchart will look. If you type and you can get the flowchart like this. How to make the flowcharts. I've given the tools. You can use any of the tool and create your own flowchart, or Google and search how to make the flowchart. Okay, the links are been given. If you type the code, automatically it will be given. So you have to write the A components required, tools required is Keel Microvision, and then version you have to write Keel Microvision 5, and then other tools is that particular P89V51RD2 IC number. Okay, P89V51RD2 IC. That's all. Flowchart, you can use the tool and you can make the program. You have to make it. Manual calculation, you can use this conversions binary to hexadecimal calculations you can show. Okay. you can take hexadecimal addition. Okay. Yeah. Using means FF. We calculate symbol. You will get 1 FE. So you can check the answers like this. What is the equivalent in decimal? You can snip it and provide. Don't snip with the add and all. Okay, when you are snipping, use this way. Snip it clearly, and then you can give the values. Like this, you can take. So with that values what you are having, you can use it. So these are the easiest way to make your report clear. So I'm not insisting that you have to use the same tool. I have given some set of tools. You find out which is better for you. And you can also Google and find out the calculators, which will give better informations. Okay. Addition, binary addition, if you give. You calculate. So the resulted value. You can show step by step also. Any online tool like this you can use and provide the calculations, manual calculations using the tools, and cross verify whether you are getting the same results. So this is about the first program. So the first program you have to perform write a 8051 assembly level code using your registration number. You have to perform the addition. Similarly for maximum values, load all as FF and what will be the maximum result. So why is our maximum values? To know that what will be the exact result after up to which the program will support. Okay, for that we are giving this FFFF in all the cases. So second program, write an assembly assemble an 8051 assembly level program to load the values into each register and then push each of these registers onto the stack. Single step operation. This I will give the program and meanwhile you try to do the first experiment. Okay, so do this first A for today's class. I will share the programs for remaining cases with the manual. I'm sharing the manual. So in that manual, you will be getting all the programs for other cases. Only thing is you have to change the data, and I will explain that now. Okay. Type all your program in capital letters. Use small letters. Please type all the programs in capital letters. Program ತೆಗಿತಾ sir. இது உங்களுக்கு visible ஆகுதா? Fills up. On the second program. Okay, so students, please note down the second program. For second program, I have given a generalized data. Okay, so what I am going to do is write an assembly 8051 program to load the value into each of the register R0 to R4. I have given a random value 0, 1, 0, 7, 0, 9, 0, 5, 0, 3. You have to give your registration number as per your question. Okay. So push 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is the instruction. Stack based instruction. Here is jump, here end. So this is the program what I am going to give. So I am going to make it as per the standardization and just typing it. Look. So give I want to give a indication of semicolon and give a completion book. Okay. Similarly, I want to give a look for the titles. You can give like this. This is the total program. So program number 2. Yes, I have added the program here. I'm going to execute this program. Okay. Before that, I'm verifying this particular program. It will always select that particular highlighted thing and it will give 0 errors. Build a file. You can go for the debugging window. So going to the debugging window, I will share the program reference. Is use only snipping tool for giving the answers. Okay. With the time and time, you can see the second program is being loaded. So everyone are able to get that assembly window for the second program. You are visible. Rohit Sai. Rohit Sai. Sajagan.
Yes, sir.
It is visible, no? Second program. Okay,
Yes, sir.
please just observe it. Then you can do by yourself after seeing the video. Okay. Or this video I will be uploading in the YouTube. You can utilize it. Already YouTube channel subscription everyone would have done for getting the updates. Okay. So move R0, comma as 01H. First operation, you can observe R0 is 00 before execution. Now it is 01H. Second operation, 7 is loaded. Third operation, 09 is loaded. Fourth operation, 05 is loaded. Fifth operation, 03 is loaded. Now push that particular value to the stack. So push 0. So before doing that, you can observe the D colon. You can see that. So what is affected is displayed here and it is available in this D colon. You can see that D stands for data, whatever is available here, okay, is being updated as for the data set what you have given. So all these highlighting techniques you have to do for your program also. Then the RA can easily find out the errors and you can point out. Always use highlighters to highlight all these things. So in snipping tool itself, the highlighters are available. No need to worry about highlighters. That's why you have been asked to snip. No photocopy will be accepted other than without highlights. Okay, date and time is very important. That's why it has been done like this. So now I'm giving push operation. You observe in the D column, you can see that Z1 is being executed. So this is the output after the execution of each and every. You have to take like this output for each and everything, and you can highlight that this particular operation is being executed, and the stack pointer is been incremented to 08H. Initial value of stack pointer was 07H. You can see that this value is being moved. Or push 0. Can use this indications like what I have made. அந்த indication பண்றது உங்களுக்கு தெரியுதா சார்? Snipping பண்றதும் தெரியுது. Yes sir. You can see that you can how I have snipped and I have given. So then only the end verifier can verify. Okay, you have done this program and these values are been modified. It is clean. So this will give the clear-cut picture of what exactly happened after execution and before execution. You can view that. Okay. So similarly, next step I'm giving. Next data is being pushed. This stack. You can see 07 is being pushed. So now what you do for the second operation, you take a snip. Sir, I will take a photo and all means highlightation cannot be done. Therefore, you will lose your marks as 0. So no photo, only high thing you have to use. So push 2 is being executed. And the value what is there is 07. Sorry, before this 1 is executed. We can erase this. Okay. Easily you can erase also when you have made a mistake. So you can give this value where it happens. 7. Okay, what is the value? Is this one. And here it will show when you did your time and everything. The time and date. This is important. Without that, your data will be treated as invalid. This will show your registration number. Okay, this is the student who has done this program. Okay, this is what is the question. So always you put the question in the same window. Then only for what question you are answering, because we may have different subdivisions. Which question you are answering, that's so I must understand. The other co-faculty must understand. So everything must be there. He will check and he will say this question is not there. You have to do it again. Okay, so be careful. Copy it and then share it. So whatever you have to do, I am training you one by one. Understood? So this is the way you can show the outputs. So if you click, so like this, you have to take for each and every case. Next value, you can see 9 is loaded. Next value, 5 is loaded. Okay, and then it has completed execution. So after that, if you click this stop button, X button, it will go to the window, other window. Okay. So now the final output, you can take this. So like that, you have to give subheadings and with the clear cut information, you have to submit or you will lose the marks. Okay, very easy tool and a very effective tool where you can easily mention what is that output, what you have exactly done. The program already I have given and is the program for it. Only thing is you have to find out what is the addressing mode, opcode, and the opcode you can find it here 0C004 for push operation. Like that, if you move one by one, if you want to know that clearly, you can give it here. You can see for every case what is the opcode they have given. Okay, you can observe it. Similarly, click here, push 3, into what operation. Okay. You can see that C004, and then if you move that, you can see what operation it is loading. Up to that program, next to this program is loaded, means you can see that. Now, other than that, we are having this push 0, push 1, push 2, push 3. What is the addressing mode I have to write here, sir? It is a direct addressing. Note down these things. We are directly addressing to the register, direct addressing mode. This asterisk symbol, immediate addressing mode. Okay. So addressing mode you got. Machine cycle used, you can see the table and you can write. Bytes, memory byte used, here it is 2 bytes instruction for move operations. All this push operation, single byte instruction. Okay, so single byte instruction or 2 byte instruction, or this is a 2 byte instruction again. So this is a 2 byte instruction, 2 byte instructions. That's all you can write. So for push operation, and then which register R0 or R1, we are having C0, 01, 02, 03, like that. So that is the value what is been stored in the memory. So based on that, we are writing. No, sir, I don't know from that. I cannot calculate. Means you go to C register, C colon, and you can see all the values. What is the operation? Okay, you can see the program directly. 7801 means the first one. Move R0 is 7801 is the second. If you next R1, okay, R2. 09. If you click there also, you can get it. If you put the cursor here, you can see what operation it is. Okay. What is the opcode for this one? To fill it. Okay. Understood how to fill the opcodes. And then comes the machine cycle that you know, type of instruction. This is a data transfer instruction. Push and pop, logical operations, and then arithmetic operations like that you can fill what type of instruction. Flags affected, you can refer the instruction set and you can write the flags are affected or not. Mostly you can observe no flags are affected. You can write no flags are affected for all the cases. Okay, with respect to this program. Similarly, the third program. Write and assemble.
Hello, sir.
80,
Excellent, sir.
yes, ma'am.
Can I leave? I have another question.
Okay. With this, we can close today. Third, fourth, fifth, you can refer the manual and you can try by yourself. And I will explain that if you are having any doubt. The manual already sent to you through mail. You can download that. Okay. Yes, everyone can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Before leave, you mention your name, registration number in the chat box for automatic attendance. A question was been asked now in the form. Answer that question. And you can leave for automated attendance. The form question, what is the question is asked in the form is within this today you have to frame the group and you have to fill the details, remaining details. If there is no question, so you can just fill the name and registration number in the chat box and you can leave. Type your name and registration number. Fill the Google form. Don't forget to fill the Google form, frame the group. Okay. In today's class, I will take the attendance from directly that sheet. Okay, don't forget to fill your file name in the sheet. So according to the sheet, the absentees are Piyush Kumar, people. Arun Teja. அந்த இதுல யார் யார் ஃபில் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லுங்க. அப்படியே போட்டு இந்த ஒரே ஒன்று இப்போ தெரியுதா என்ன தெரியுதா? இல்ல இல்ல பிளாக் பண்ணிடுறேன்.